Income Tax Ordinance 2001, amended up to 30th June 2023. Chapter 1 Preliminary. Section 1. Short title, Extent and Commencement. 1. This ordinance may be called the Income Tax Ordinance, 2001. 2. It extends to the whole of Pakistan. 3. It shall come into force on such date as the federal government may, by notification in Official Gazette, appoint. Section 2. Definitions. Accumulated profits. In relation to 1. Distribution or payment of a dividend, 2. Include a. Any reserve made up wholly or partly of any allowance, deduction, or exemption admissible under this ordinance. B. For the purposes of 1. Subclauses A, B, and E of Clause 19, all profits of the company including income and gains of a trust up to the date of such distribution or such payment, as the case may be, and C. For the purposes of 2. Subclause C of Clause 19, includes all profits of the company including income and gains of a trust up to the date of its liquidation. Active taxpayer list means the list instituted by the board under Section 181A and includes such list issued by the Azad Jammu and Kashmir Central Board of Revenue or Gilgit-Baltistan Council Board of Revenue. Amalgamation means the merger of one or more banking companies or non-banking financial institutions or insurance companies or companies owning and managing industrial undertakings or companies engaged in providing services and not being a trading company or companies, in either case at least one of them being a public company or a company incorporated under any law other than Companies Act, 2017, for the time being in force, the company or companies which so merge being referred to as the amalgamating company or companies and the company with which they merge or which is formed as a result of merger, as the amalgamated company, in such manner that a. The assets of the amalgamating company or companies immediately before the amalgamation become the assets of the amalgamated company by virtue of the amalgamation, otherwise than by purchase of such assets by the amalgamated company or as a result of distribution of such assets to the amalgamated company after the winding up of the amalgamating company or companies, and b. The liabilities of the amalgamating company or companies immediately before the amalgamation become the liabilities of the amalgamated company by virtue of the amalgamation. Beneficial owner means a natural person who ultimately owns or controls a company or association of persons, whether directly or indirectly, through at least 25% shares or voting rights, or exercise ultimate effective control, through direct or indirect means, over the company or association of persons including control over the finances or decisions or other affairs of the company or association of persons. Business includes any trade, commerce, manufacture, profession, vocation or adventure or concern in the nature of trade, commerce, manufacture, profession or vocation, but does not include employment. Concealment of income. A. The suppression of any item of receipt liable to tax in whole or in part, or failure to disclose income chargeable to tax. B. Claiming any deduction or any expenditure not actually incurred. C. Any act referred to in subsection 1 of Section 111, and D. Claiming of any income or receipt as exempt, which is otherwise taxable. Explanation for removal of doubt. It is clarified that none of the aforementioned acts would constitute concealment of income unless it is proved that taxpayer has knowingly and willfully committed these acts. Consumer goods means goods that are consumed by the end consumer rather than used in the production of another good. Digital means digital payments and financial services including but not limited to online portals or platforms for digital payments, receipts, online interbank fund transfer services, online bill or invoice presentment and payment services, over-the-counter digital payment services or facilities, card payments using point-of-sale terminals, QR codes, mobile devices, ATMs, kiosk or any other digital payments-enabled devices, or any other digital or online payment modes. Employee means any individual engaged in employment. Employer means any person who engages and remunerates an employee. Employment A directorship or any other office involved in the management of a company. B. A position entitling the holder to a fixed or ascertainable remuneration, or C. The holding or acting in any public office. Fee for offshore digital services means any consideration for providing or rendering services by a non-resident person for online advertising, including digital advertising space, designing, creating, hosting or maintenance of websites, digital or cyber space for websites, advertising, emails, online computing, blogs, online content and online data, providing any facility or service for uploading, storing or distribution of digital content including digital text, digital audio or digital video, online collection or processing of data related to users in Pakistan, any facility for online sale of goods or services or any other online facility. Fee for technical services means any consideration, whether periodical or lump sum, for the rendering of any managerial, technical or consultancy services including the services of technical or other personnel, but does not include A. Consideration for services rendered in relation to a construction, assembly or like project undertaken by the recipient, or B. Consideration which would be income of the recipient chargeable under the head salary. Income includes any amount chargeable to tax under this ordinance, any amount subject to collection or deduction of tax under Section 148, 150, 152, 1, 153, 154, 156, 156 or 233, subsection 5 of Section 234. Section 236 said, and any amount treated as income under any provision of this ordinance and any loss of income. IT services include software development, software maintenance, system integration, web design, web development, web hosting, and network design. IT-enabled services include but not limited to inbound or outbound call centers, medical transcription, remote monitoring, graphics design, accounting services, human resource, HR, services, telemedicine centers, data entry operations, cloud computing services, data storage services, locally produced television programs, and insurance claims processing.